Hello. So, before we get started, I think I should probably introduce you to someone. Last episode, I ended up taming this horse. I completely forgot to record me taming it. I even recorded myself saying that I forgot to record me taming it, and somehow forgot to include that in the edit of the video. So anyway, here they are. Now, this fellow doesn't have a name yet, so please let me know if you've got any suggestions, but until then, I think his name will be Mr. Horse. Anyway, after our trip to the Nether last episode, I think one thing became pretty obvious. We're just not quite strong enough to tackle it yet. We did manage to find a fortress, but there were definitely a few close calls there, which were a bit too close for comfort. Luckily, when we were prepping for the Nether, we did stumble across a skeleton spawner somewhere in this mountain. So today, I want to turn that into our very first XP farm, so we can finally get ourselves an enchantment set up, and hopefully come away with some gear that leaves us a bit best prepared for whatever that Nether fortress can throw at us. So for reference, our house is just down here, and the spawner for the skeleton farm is just down this hole here. So it's really not too far away, and it's pretty convenient for what we need. Horse secured, time to go in. Oh, there's too many things. What's happening? Oh, I do not feel safe. Anyway, as I was saying, we're a little bit unprepared for things right now, and I think that shows just as well as anything that we take a bit of a beating if we get into any fights. So hopefully this skeleton spawner here should really help us out with this problem. Now, I haven't actually built an XP farm from a spawner in quite a long time, but from what I remember, you just kind of need to dig out a big area around the spawner, such that anything that does spawn is within the area. And then I think essentially all you need is some water to push all the skeletons into a single area, just that I can hit them, kill them, and get the XP. How did that happen? That shouldn't... How did he spawn? Okay, so I've done a little bit of Googling, and I figured out the space that I need to dig is essentially 3 up, 3 below, and 4 out from all the sides. And then hopefully everything that spawns should be within that box. That made me jump so bad. That made me jump. Like, why did he just appear? He is glammed up though. He's got that full matching outfit. Look at him. Okay, so we've got this box all nice and dug out now. I think it is the right size. So we're going to go ahead and add the 4th wall just here. Hello. And then we should be able to get on with adding the water streams in to move the skeletons around. Oh, no. I had blocks in there. So anyway, what I was about to say is that for this next bit, we do actually need some soul sand. So I'm going to go and head back to the Nether and grab that. And also a couple of the other bits we need to finish off this XP farm. Why is there no soul sand that I can see? Guys, I don't ask for much. I just want to go get some soul sand in peace. But there's like none down here at all. I do not have a way down there. I don't want to go and fight again. I'm literally in the process of getting better so I can fight you. Please stop. Please stop. Thank you. Okay. Everything's fine. We're just gonna run and everything will be fine. We're gonna ignore that. We're just gonna... Everything is okay. See, that was nothing. That's fine. Success! I'm here to reap my reward. This is what we like to see. Anyway, for this next bit, we're gonna be building the water elevator. So essentially, skeletons spawn, they fall here, they get pushed over here, they then shoot up, they go across, and they drop back down so that I can kill them in one hit. I think when I've done this previously, I've usually built them into a wall, so I usually just have to dig this channel out. Today we're going to be building it, because I like to make my life difficult, apparently. Oh. How did I even do that? So, I think everything's in place. So, before we turn all the lights off, I think we have human skeleton simulator. Oh no, whatever am I going to do? I'm being pushed into a bubble stream. Yee! Oh no, I'm being pushed forward again. Whatever do I do? That was actually significantly closer than I thought it was going to be. Okay, that was maybe not my best idea. Either way, it works. It is extremely ugly, but it does work. I did not learn from my previous lesson. I don't know what I thought was going to happen there. Anyway, first time we've died, I guess. I mean, of course, my first death in this world is for something as stupid as that. Like, it couldn't have been, you know, me fighting a bunch of mobs. It was just me being silly and just dropping from a giant height that I knew would kill me. Right, back to what we were doing. Okay, it's time to see if this thing works how it's meant to. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. Oh, okay. So theoretically, they should all just pop out here. Oh, and they should be. I'm the wrong height. Does that fix it? Maybe that fixes it. No. That needs to go there, and then I need to be like here. Yeah. Okay. Now they can't see me. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So this does now work. Clearly, as you can see, it's a bit of a bodge job and it's the ugliest thing ever, but it is functional. Now, it does still need this hopper and then a chest underneath here, and that will collect all of these items that the skeletons are dropping. Equally, it needs to be secured a little bit so that I don't have guys like this zombie just coming to try and kill me. We need to sort out whatever this is. This is just some giant, malformed cobblestone blob. It does not look nice. I would like to make it look better. If I'm going to be spending any significant time here getting XP, I don't want to be staring at this. So I think what I'm going to do is spend a bit of time making this area safe and significantly nicer to live in. So I set off and prepared for the build, and in the process I actually found an amethyst, which is very handy for a part of the build that you'll see shortly. Now, my main goal when building the skeleton farm was to make it feel like a part of the world. I didn't want it to feel completely industrial and out of place. I kind of wanted it to fit in with the vibe of the world that I'm already creating. And because of that, this was actually one of the first builds where I sat down and made a bit of a plan for what I wanted to achieve. Anyway, I'll let you enjoy the rest of the build. Okay, so here we have it, our very nice, functional and newly decorated XP farm. I'm actually really happy how this turned out. I'm quite happy that it's like built into the cave so that you can still see either side of it and it's not just some segregated room that doesn't really feel a part of the world. I also like the idea of this copper pipe that all these skeletons are falling down right now. I'm also really glad that we found the amethyst when I was prepping for the farm, because that means you can see inside and you can see all the skeletons doing their thing in there. So I really like that, as it just makes it feel a bit more alive and a lot less static of a build. That is also extremely satisfying. Now, there is also this little bit of the bridge that kind of meanders off into this corner, into this little nook here. I do have a plan in the future to dig through the mountain straight through just here, and that should line up with where our nether portal is. And I thought it would be kind of cool if we could connect both the XP farm and my house area by almost having a path directly behind the nether portal. So I can just run through, get my XP, and then nip back home whenever I like. But I didn't want to spend all episode digging this hole while we still have things to do, so that is something that we will have to come back to in the future. So anyway, now that we've actually got a way of getting XP, I think it's probably time we put it to good use. You're not a horse. Excuse me, you're not a horse. Anyway, to use our beautiful new XP, we're gonna need some kind of enchantment setup. Now, from what I remember, you need 15 bookshelves, so let's see how many we can make with these materials that I have. I've used all my leather and all my sugarcane, and we have 8 bookshelves, which honestly is more than I was expecting. So we need to go and get 7 more of these, such that we can have a fully set up enchanting table. Anyway, while we wait for our sugarcane to grow and our cows to repopulate, we really need to decide on somewhere to build our enchantment setup. Now, while there's a bit of room in our bedroom just here, I do still want to keep this dedicated to the little trophy room that I've been really neglecting since I set it up a couple episodes ago. I will add more, I promise, but I do still feel it would be nice to have a little enchanting building just somewhere around near our house and our farms, such that it makes our little home area feel a bit more lively and a bit more lived in. So I was thinking, given that I'm planning to dig a tunnel through behind this portal straight through to the XP farm, somewhere between this portal and my house feels ideal. So while I'm waiting on those extra bookshelves, I think now would be a good time to build a little hut or a little shelter for our enchantment table somewhere over here. And then when we get those bookshelves, we can get enchanting straight away. Okay, so I've gone and built us a nice little enchantment hut here. I think it fits quite nicely with the kind of vibe we've got going on with our house here, and is a nice addition to our little home area. If we pop inside here, I quite like the inside. I don't know what it is, I just like these little shelves being up there and the leaves. But all that is left to do is to break this centre block where I was marking out where the enchantment table should go, and to put the enchantment table in. So having seen the trophy room a moment ago, I thought something that would be quite fun to add to it would be our first enchanted item. So I'm going to enchant this book, get to that enchanter achievement, and head over quickly to my house and go and put it in the trophy room. Hey up. So I think a nice place for it will be just next to our first pickaxe just here. Now our little trophy area showing our milestones through the world looks at least a tiny bit less sad. Now I think a nice way to end this episode would be to go ahead and enchant our pickaxe. Now ideally I would use a pickaxe that had full durability, but we only have 1 diamond after I created the enchanting table, so that's just not possible for now. So looking through them, I think I'm going to go for this unbreaking enchantment and hope that we get something else on top. We did not, but we at least now have a more durable pickaxe. So yeah, I think that's everything for today. We got our XP farm, we've got an enchantment set up, and we got unbreaking on our pickaxe. Could have been worse. But I think with those things, and a couple more enchantments, we'll finally be ready to go and tackle that nether fortress we found last episode. But anyway, that's for next time. See you then.